If you were out somewhere, say you were at a restaurant, and you saw a friend, and that friend had a skin rash, maybe on their arm, and the friend tells you that they've been treated by multiple medical doctors, but nothing seemed to be helping, what would you do? Would you believe me if I told you to send them to a chiropractor? If you said no, what you're about to hear might make you change your mind. You see, I had this happen in practice pretty recently. A patient of mine read my book, Health Beyond Medicine, and in that book realized that you can actually see a chiropractor for a skin rash. Let me explain. The spine has 31 pairs of nerves that exit each vertebral level. Each one of these nerves go to a very specific part of the body and serve a very specific purpose. Our neck has 7 bones called cervical vertebrae. The middle back, 12 bones, which we call thoracic vertebrae. And at the bottom, we have 5 bones, which are called lumbar vertebrae. Lastly, we have the sacrum and the coccyx. But let's look at one very specific level, T9 and T10. To put it into perspective, we have 12 ribs. The last rib, or the bottom rib, is at the level of about T12. Okay, so if you count up 2 to 3 vertebrae from the last rib, or simply go up 3 to 4 inches, you'd be right at T9, T10. Now, the destination of that T9, T10 nerve is the kidneys. And now you're probably confused and you're saying, he's talking about rashes. What does rashes have to do with kidneys? Well, it's simple. You see, the kidneys filter the blood. They get the toxins out, move it into the urine, and it's excreted safely out of the body. Let's look at what happens when a subluxation occurs, though. A subluxation is simply a pinched nerve from one of those spinal vertebrae being out of alignment. To make it easy to understand, acid reflux is a common problem among many people in our society. The T6 nerve, which is right between the shoulder blades, services the stomach. Okay? If we look at let's take stomach acid. Increased production of stomach acid is called acid reflux. Decreased production of stomach acid results in less acid production, which means less protein digestion. You ever have a stiff neck? 2 things happen when you have a pinched nerve in your neck. 1, you get pain down the arm. 2, you get numbness down the arm. You see, there's 2 portions of a nerve, a motor portion and a sensory portion. The result of a pinched nerve is going to be one of 2 things, pain or numbness. But the stomach can't feel pain or numbness. It's overproducing acid or underproducing acid. If that makes a little bit more sense, let's go back to that kidney. We have 2 kidneys, two nerves that exit the spine that service those kidneys. If the nerve's being pinched, you have underproduction. If there's underproduction, you have toxins in the blood. Your body, in its own inherent wisdom, is going to get rid of those toxins. You ever seen somebody with acne? Their body is getting rid of toxins. One way or another, if it's not going to go out through the kidney and urine, it's going to be excreted another way. Now, as you can see in this example, a child came to see me. This baby had open wounds everywhere. Been to multiple medical doctors, dermatologists, primary care doctors, specialists, tubes and tubes of steroids, antibiotics, antifungals. Nothing worked. This child suffered for years. And the mother actually told me that she would cry because she had to hold the baby's arms down so he wouldn't scratch the scabs open. And he would scream, saying, "Let my arms go, it itches." So sad. The mother was told that a chiropractor can help. So naturally, as a mother would do, is going to find any way possible to make their child well. When this little baby came to me, I couldn't believe the amount of scabs and open wounds, and they were oozing. Through a thorough examination, we identified what we expected. T9 and T10 was rotated out of alignment. An adjustment on a child is so simple. You barely blanch your fingernails. It's so safe and so healthy. And why more children don't get adjusted, I don't know. But in this child's case, we adjusted T9 and T10, and naturally, the body took over, scabs went away. They healed on their own, instantaneously. Well, now this mom is bragging everywhere she goes about chiropractic. More people are going to know that chiropractors can treat these things, but not enough are right now. There's so many children and so many adults suffering. Here's another example. Adult woman came in to see me. She had pre and post pictures before and after her treatment. She was a pretty chiropractic open-minded person, so when she came, there was a lot of trust. We identified T9 and T10 out of alignment, fixed them. Her rash was gone in less than 6 weeks. Same history as the baby. Multiple tubes of, you name it, steroids, antifungals, antibacterials, none of which worked. See, there's two possibilities with a skin rash. One, they've changed the detergent, they're eating different foods, some allergic reaction. However, if the person has already seen multiple medical doctors and they haven't changed their detergent or they haven't changed their food intake, it's time to see a chiropractor. Please ask your doctor about how they can help with T9 and T10 problems. Then go out and find these people and get them to your chiropractor. There's too many people suffering right now. The side effects from these medications are horrendous. What better way to treat these than just to lightly push on somebody's spine, remove the subluxation or the nerve interference, and let the nerve do what it's supposed to do? See, to you and me, it's a no-brainer. But the people who don't have chiropractic, they just don't understand. They need you to help them. Hope this helps to do your very best to change people's lives. There's so many sick people out there. When you see somebody with a rash, tell them about chiropractic.